أشرف الخلق وأعز المرسلين سيدنا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع ذنوبنا محمد بن عبد الله. والصلاة والسلام على علي أمير المؤمنين مولى الموحدين، وعلى الصديقة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء، وعلى الحسن المجتبى، وعلى المقطع إربا على رمضاء كربلاء، أبي الضيم أبي الأحرار سيد الشهداء أبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام، وعلى التسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين، سيما بقية الله الأعظم روحي وأرواح العالمين، لتراب مقدمه الفداء. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate. Allah in the Holy Qur'an mentioned few verses about Abu Abduallah al-Hussain alayhi salam. The best to start with is the Holy Qur'an. Let's start with the highest dhikr, the dhikr of Karbala. Allah said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Kaf ha ya ayn sad, dhikru rahmati rabbika abdahu Zakariya. Allah started by different letters. Kaf is a letter in Arabic language. Ha is a letter, Ya is a letter, Ayn is a letter, Sad is a letter. But Allah mentioned the story of Zakariya alayhi salam, the prophet, when his wife didn't give birth. She was sick. She couldn't give birth. She couldn't carry even a carriage. And he was an old man, a prophet, Zakariya alayhi salam, so he didn't have anybody to inherit him. They said in the narration of Imam Sadiq salawatullah wa salamuhu alayhi, that Bani Israel, the tribes of the Jewish belief, they were 12. And they had head of tribes. Zakaria was one of the tribes that prophecy might be within him. Normally for them, it's that within those, it's called al-asbat, which means that within those 12 tribes, there should be prophecy, there should be a prophet. So Zakaria entered the holy shrine, Qudsul Aqdas, Al-Quds. And they gave him a lamp. He went fasting. At that time, fasting was not like our fasting. They used to fast till Allah sent food from heaven so they can eat. This is what Surah Al-Ma'idah is all about. So they fast. If he's a prophet, Allah will send food from heaven, food from Behesht, fruits, so he can eat and break his fast. And he used to enter for 3 nights to pray, to worship Allah, and he come out from the mihrab, the place of prayers. If he come out fasting from talking, Siyam al-Kalam, that means he's the prophet. Imam al-Hasan al-Askari in Tafsir al-Askari, he mentioned this story as I am mentioning. He said Zakaria entered and he was fasting. He started the fast for 3 days executively. He doesn't cut the fast. He doesn't break the fast. It's called in Arabic Sawm al-Wisal. In Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to be mercy on mankind. So he said, since Allah sent me as mercy, there is no more Sawm al-Wisal. You fast from morning till sunset. So it's now forbidden, but before it was in the other nations, in the other beliefs. And Allah also stopped Sawm al-Kalam. You know, at the chapter of Mary alayhi salam, إِنِّي نَذَرْتُ لِلرَّحْمَنِ صَوْمًا فَلَنْ أُكَلِّمَ الْيَوْمَ إِنْسِيًّا. I'm not gonna talk. Fasting of speech. She doesn't talk. till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala order her to talk or shows a miracle. So Zakaria entered the shrine, entered the holy places, starting worship. Angel Jibreel came to him at the first night. He said, Ya Zakaria, you want the highest zikr? You want the best zikr? You want the zikr that you can use and it can make you a prophet? He said, of course, Ya Jibreel. Jibreel said, say, Ya Mahmud bihaqq Muhammad. ويا عالي بحق علي ويا فاطر بحق فاطمة ويا محسن بحق الحسن ويا قديم الإحسان بحق الحسين. Oh, Zakaria used, this is the highest dhikr. Imagine the ayah said, ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا. You see the zikr. Normally we go to Ayatullah Bahjat, Agha Bahjat to say, please, Agha Bahjat at the time when he was alive, I want a zikr, right? For children, for better life, for rizq. What's this zikr? Zakaria said, it's a very heavy zikr. Jibreel said, you have 3 nights. Just use this zikr. Pray, namaz, zikr. Faqat. No food, fasting. Zakaria started to recite, Ya Ali بحق علي, Ya Mahmud بحق Muhammad, Ya Fatir بحق Fatima, Ya Muhsin بحق الحسن, Ya قديم الإحسان بحق I want you to memorize it. At least take one of the dhikr. Continuously saying. Last night Jibreel came to him. He said, Ya Zakaria, Allah wants you to use the zikr, not only to use words. He said, what Allah wants me to do, I am obedient. He said, Ya Zakaria, if you are mentioning those names, how did you react to each name? Let's start by the first name. What about Ya Mahmud bihaqq Muhammad? You feel it. I want you to feel this experience. When you say Ya Mahmud bihaqq Muhammad, what do you feel? Bikhuda qasam, what do you feel? You feel happiness, mercy. Muhammad is mercy on beings. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً. He said, I feel happiness. I feel blessing. I feel mercy. He said, this is the soul of Muhammad, Nur Muhammad. He said, okay, the second name. When you say Ali, what do you feel? He said, when I call Ali, I feel that he's strong. He's very brave. I feel it, Ali. He said, yes, this is the light of Ali. When you call the name Fatima, he said, Fatima is like sincere, like a mother. I feel the motherhood. He said, yes, this is Fatima. When you call Hassan, he said, I feel generosity. Hassan is very brave and generous. He said, okay, when you mention, and this is my words here, my point here. When you mention the 5th name, Hussain, I want you to try that at home. When you mention Hussain, what do you feel, Ya Zakaria? Of course, this man is starving, he's not eating, he's fasting, so his soul is what? It's alerted. When you fast, you're pure. Imagine when Allah gave him the names, huh? This is the surah, Surah Maryam. ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا. This is the nida. So he said, when I mention the word Hussain, Ya Jibreel, my tears, I start shedding tears. I feel that I am in a sorrow. I feel this name is very heavy. When I say Ya Hussain, please, Jibreel, tell me the story of this one. I want to be prophet by the name of Hussain. So he told him, Kaf, Karbala, ها هلاك العطرة، يا يزيد قاتل الحسين، كاف ها يا عين عطشانا، صاد صبر زينب. كاف ها يا عين صاد means the story of Karbala. They call it Dhikru Karbala. Sheikh al-Bahjat used to say, mention it 61 times. You know why 61? Because it occurred in 61 of Al-Hijrah. Mention it 61 times, you're gonna see in your dream some of the scenes of Karbala. كافها يا عين صاد ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا. He said, Ya Zakaria. That means what? If you say da 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 da, you know when you say the story, in Arabic we say ilakh, ilakh, ilakh. This is like a short story of Karbala. في كربلاء هلاك العطر. What does that mean? Karbala is the place. Everybody knows Karbala. Inshallah, God grant you ziyarat Karbala this year. Inshallah. Karbala. هلاك العطر means what? Killing of Ahlul Bayt. Imagine Zakaria is gonna, he stopped crying more. Karbala, هلاك العطر by Yazid, the name of the killer of Imam Hussain. عطشانا, Imam Hussain is going to be thirsty. عطشانا صابرا. Zakaria asked Jibreel, said, Ya Jibreel, is Hussain is going to die on Karbala? He said, yes. Oh Zakaria, if you see Shimmer sitting on his chest, and if you see how Shimmer put him upside down and sit on his back and cut his throat, Zakaria started crying. He said, is Fatima's gonna feel that pain that her son is gonna die, shaheed, killed? He said, yes. He said, Ilahi, Fatima wa Muhammad wa Ali, they're gonna lose their son, Hussein? He said, yes. He said, Ilahi bihaqq al-Hussein, ibn. ارزقني ولدا, give me a child. ثم علق حبه في قلبي, make my heart be hooked to him, to love him more. ثم افجعني به كي أواسي فاطمة الزهراء. Imagine why Yahya was born. Because of this story, one of the secrets of Allah. This is from the stories of ghaib, but Allah mentioned that Allah give ghaib to some of His prophets, reveal a little bit. This is one of the stories of ghaib. He said, Khuda, give me a child. Make me ashiq of this child, loving this child, extreme love. And make him die the same way this Hussein is gonna die. Just in day of judgment, I say, Ya Fatima al-Zahra, I am like you. And you know the story of Yahya, huh? وَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ زَمِيًّا. His story is that Yahya was killed, they cut his head, and they sent it at dinner, they put it in the dinner, and this princess ate the ears of Yahya. Imagine, for zina, for haram, because he opposed the story of uncle being married to his niece. This is the story. So starting by Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad, ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا. قال ربي إني وهن العظم مني. My bones are very old. I am an old man. And my wife is sick. She cannot carry babies no more. But give me an inheritance. But this inheritance is going to be killed. It's going to be murdered. He hid it in a tree. They cut him into pieces. They said he was into pieces. Rasul Nabiyullah Yahya. But his stories look like Hussain. This is one of the ayat. Let's go for the second. By louder salawat. Imam al-Sadiq vermoed salamullahi alayhi about He said, whom loves to be day of judgment always with Abu Abdullah al-Hussain in his level, in his room, in his place, to be the companion day of judgment. You know, this is a story, and really, when we were children, we used to read about the beauties. How is Amir al-Mu'mineen is beautiful? How is Hussain beautiful? You say, oh Khuda, oh God, why didn't I live at the time of Prophet Muhammad? This when I was a kid. I used to say, Wallah, bi Khuda qasam, if I am in the times of Prophet Muhammad, I'll sit next to the feet of Muhammad, just feeling the warmth of the Prophet. Looking at the Jamal of Muhammad. Looking at Jamal Ali ibn Abi Talib. At Jamal al-Hussain. Yeah? Imagine yourself at that time. What you're gonna do? Female or male? What you're gonna do? Ladies gonna be always with Fatima al-Zahra, right? Men is gonna be always around Ahlul Bayt. We're gonna leave Australia, we're gonna leave Canada, everywhere, and go just to see Muhammad sallallahu. I want your love, your heart to move today. Your ishq for Karbala, for Hussain, for Abbas. I want to refer to a story very fast to Obeid al-Qarni. And all of you are asatid, all of you are brothers, but I remind myself and yourselves. Obeid al-Qarni was a Christian from Yemen. This Christian man, he heard about Prophet Muhammad. They told him, how if you look at Muhammad? How if you see the khuluq of Muhammad, the morals, akhlaq Muhammad, jamal Muhammad, karam Muhammad, azmat Muhammad, Qur'an Muhammad. He said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Immediately, he have ishq. He was in Yemen, Rasulullah in Mecca. But he had a Christian mother. He came to his mother. He said, Mom, can I go to Mecca to see Muhammad? She said, no. And she was old. He used to comb her hair, help her. He said, I would like to go meet Muhammad. She said, no, I don't forgive you. You stay with me. Who's gonna take care of me? She said, once he was eating, then he said, ouch, my teeth. Ah. She said, Uwais, she should. What's going on? He said, my beloved brother and Imam and Nabi and Piyambar, his tooth broke in the war. I can feel the pain here in Yemen.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Now you know the secret of Salman minna Ahl al-Bayt. You shouldn't stay at the level of Shia and you are happy. You have to be from Ahl al-Bayt. What's the difference between you and Salman, brother? What does that mean, Salman minna Ahl al-Bayt? Ali ibn Abi Talib, every time he used to mention the name Salman, he said Salman sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. They said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, Salman Peygamber means laysa Rasulan, ma Muhammad, Salman. He said, Naam, Salman, because Muhammad, you say Salman al-Muhammadi. So every time you mention Salman, you say what? Sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, because he's related to Muhammad, as Muhammad said, Salman al-Muhammadi, because of his ishq to Muhammad. Do you have that ishq to Muhammad? Let me come to Hussain. How do you feel with Hussain? Do you have that ishq to Hussain? Do you feel shimmer sitting on your chest in day of 10th of Muharram? How do you feel? Or you satisfied that I am a Shia, alhamdulillah, I come to Majalis, I just cry? You have to be Hussaini. And Husainun minni wa ana min Hussain. This is the way to connect to Rasulullah Muhammad, through Hussain. You know why Rasulullah said, Peygamber farmood, Husainun minni, Hussain is from me. And I am from Hussain. Ahabba Allahu man ahabba Husayna. So if you want to become Muhammadi, you have to connect through Hussain, you become Muhammadi. Are you connected to Hussain? Do you consider yourself Hussaini? Not through nasab. It's not nasab. still عشق, heart, love. Are you عاشق of Hussain? Are you like عابس ibn Shabib? They tell him, أجننت يا عابس? Divone? Hey عابس, شو ما divone? شو بيقولي? He said, no, حب الحسين أجنني. He took off everything. He threw even the sword. He threw everything and he said, bare hands. He was fighting. He said, حب الحسين أجنني. Do we have that ashq? Are you Muhammadi? Are you like Salman? Obeid? Let me go to Obeid back. Obeid, he couldn't see Rasulullah. His mom was alive. Every time he said, Mom, can I go meet Muhammad? She said, no. He said, Mom, I can help you with everything. I can do everything. Carry you on my back. Take you to the washroom. Take you here. Feed you. Eat anything you want. I can buy you food. I can do this. Just, I want to look at my beloved Muhammad. عشق مني محمد. جان مني محمد. ايش قضية. She said no. He said once, my mom used to love, barbecue, meat. I went, and he wasn't that rich. He worked for a week, he gathered the money. You know how Ashley have to go to Muhammad? And he said, I bought her barbecue meat. No, sure, kebab dige. Mother Ashaqi kebab dige. Might be. Kebab. He brought the kebab, he said, okay, Mom, eat. She said, before I eat, what do you want, Obeid? And she said, he said, just let me go to Medina, meet Muhammad, and come back. His mom said, if you insisted 10 years, if you insisted, خلاص, go. He said, it was the happiest moment. You don't want to meet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Loud salawat. With Obeid. Karbala is just ishq. You cannot understand Karbala. Scenes of killing and bloodshed, but it's ishq. This is the language of every human, ishq. That unite us, Hussain yani ishq. So he went to Medina. Fast on the horse. He said, when I see Muhammad, I'm going to kiss his hand. No, his foot. I'm going to tell him this. I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to tell him how much I love you, Muhammad. I'm going to take his abba to give you for tabarruk. Kaffiya for tabarruk. Maybe I'm going to sit next to him all the time. Say, Rasulullah, I have one day. His mom said, you go in the morning. At night, be here. From Yemen to Medina. Miracle. How come he's going to do it? He went there. He said, I reached Medina with the happy image of Rasulullah. I want to smell Muhammad. I want to hug Muhammad. I want to sit next to Muhammad. I am عاشق Muhammad. He reached there. They tell him, ببخشت. Rasulullah just went for a war. A week, he's going to come back. Obeid said, what kind of luck I have. Man, he went back. His mom said, hey Obeid, Shisha, I see you not happy. What, you didn't see Muhammad as you? She said, no, don't say that. Muhammad is the best. She said, what? He said, I went there, Muhammad needs a week to come back to Medina. He went in a war. He didn't meet Rasulullah. Till finally his mother died and Rasulullah died. He always. What did they do? He went, they tell him there is somebody who's the inheritant of Muhammad. His name is Ali ibn Abi Talib. He said, where is he? He reached Medina. They said, where? He's fighting in Siffin. He said, now my mom died. I buried her, I came. Let me meet Ali ibn Abi Talib. Imam Ali was in Siffin. The enemies were coming towards him. He came to him. When he looked at Ali ibn Abi Talib, he went kissing his hand, saying, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I can smell the smell of Muhammad. The same light. I am Ashiq Ya Ali. من دخل ما ادري شو يا امير المؤمنين جهنم علي جهنم في هداية يا علي. He kissed Amir al-Mu'min while he was hugging Ali ibn Abi Talib. He was looking, arrows coming. So he went and he take 40 arrows in his chest and he died shaheed. That's it. This is Uwais. I don't know if you know the story of Uwais, and he becomes shaheed. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, ay Hussain, Ya Rasulullah, we are ashiq at this night. We want to meet you. So since I was a child, they say, why I am bad back then? I wasn't at the time of Rasulullah or Hussain or even Sahib al-Zaman is not happy on us. We are at the time of Sahib al-Zaman. But we didn't see him. Imagine. So Imam al-Sadiq said, whom like to be day of judgment with Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. Wallah bi khuda qasam, heaven and hell is nothing for me. I don't care. Heaven, hell. Just I want to see my beloved one Hussain. Just I want to be with Hussain. To go say, Ya Abu Abdullah, fina al-kadafsi. Imam Sadiq said, who want to be with Imam Hussain and see him day of judgment as a reward? Let him recite Surah Al-Fajr in his namaz, in his prayers. Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, Subh. من قرأ سورة الفجر في صلاته المفروضة حشره الله في زمرة الحسين ينظر في كل يوم إلى وجه الحسين. Now Islam is becoming with you higher. What's Surah Al-Fajr? Why? One might ask. It starts by Wal-Fajr. Right? Fajr is what? Sunrise. Namaz al-Subh. Right? Fajr. Walayal Ashr. 10 nights. All tafasir said it's Ashura. It's called Ashura because it's 10 nights of Muharram. Ibn Kathir said no. Those Rafida has a problem. I want to go against. He said what? He said no. The last 10 nights of Maha Ramadan, the month of Ramadan, Ashr al-Awakhir. First, it's not Ashr, 10 nights of Ramadan. Why? Ramadan normally 28, sometimes 29. If we are lucky, we count till the 30, right? So it never been a complete 10 nights. Allah said, Wal Fajr Qasam. Wa Qasam. And Allah swear on the Fajr and then swear on the 10 nights. So it's just the word Ashura. And even in the books of all Muslimin, it mentioned Ashura as a holiday, as a sacred day, as day of Ashq. Even I was reading of the books of Judaism, they have also Musa mentioning something about the word Ashur in Hebrew. He said, oh God, the final messenger, why he is the best messenger and on top of messenger and master of messengers, he said with the word Ashur for the Ummah. So wal-Fajr wa-layalin Ashr, 10 nights. وَالشَّفْعِ وَالْوَتْرِ namaz shab. What shaf' wa watr? Imam al-Hasan al-Askari said, Bibi Zainab salamullah alayha at the 9 of Wahsha Shawmani Ghariban, she was what? Praying namaz shab. Imam Zain al-Abidin refer. When she came to pray Salatul Layl, every time she rise, she fall because she's tired. It was a very heavy day. Imam Zain al-Abidin said, Amma Zainab salli min julus. Pray while you're sitting. It's okay. She said, Yabna Akhi, forgive me. I cannot stand up to pray. And your father Hussain whispered in my ears, Oh Zainab, if you miss Hussain and you want to remember me, namaz shab, Salat al-Layl, remember me. And I miss Hussain, I want to pray namaz shab. Imagine Allah mentioned that in Surah Al-Fajr. Wal-Fajr wa layalin ashr. The 11th night والشفع والوتر. Allah said, "Oh يا ملائكتي انظروا إلى زينب حبيبتي نامت وهي تصلي صلاة الليل من جلوس." She slept while she was in sujood. Allah called the angels. Said, "Oh angels, can you be like Zainab? Her two sons was killed. Her brothers was killed. The best beloved closer brother, her heart Hussain was killed. And she was carrying from one tent to another while the fire was all over the camp. And she was helping this child. And she was whipped by Shibr ibn al-Jawshan." She didn't say any word bad. She said, "Oh Allah, why you did this to us?" No. What Zainab said. Look at the beauty of Sayyida Zainab. Salamullah alayhi, Hazrat Zainab. What's the beauty? She went to thank Allah for this agony, for this bala. Halul Ashiq diye. Ashiqatullah Zainab. Jamal Zainab. She said, "I miss my brother Hussain." And they didn't allow her to go to the body of Abu Abdullah or to go to the body of Abu al-Faz. Shimr shouted, Zainab tried. She said, "Ya Zain al-Abidin, with your permission, can I go to Alqami where my brother Abbas?" I miss Abbas. Hey Zainab, I miss Hussain. While she was walking, Imam Zainab said, "Go Amma Zainab." While she was walking, Shimr shouted, "Who's coming out from the camp?" She said, "It's me, Zainab, the daughter of Ali ibn Abi Talib." She said, "Go back, Ya Zainab." She said, "No, I want to go to the body of my brother Hussain. Maybe he's still alive. Maybe I can bring him some water." I heard Hussain in the last moment saying, "Oh Zainab, I am thirsty." Do you know, Shimr, that Hussain was even hungry? He didn't eat even. She said, "I want to see Abbas. I want to look at his eye because I heard that there is an arrow that went in his eye. I want to see my brothers." Shimr said, "No, Zainab, go back. Go to dakhil al-khayma, go." No, you're not allowed to go. She came back, she threw herself on Zain al-Abidin. Imam Zain al-Abidin said, "What's going on, Ya Zainab?" She said, "Ya Zain al-Abidin, this night they didn't let me go to my Hussain. They didn't let me see my brother Abbas." She stood up to pray namaz shab. Maybe she can see Imam Hussain. When she slept, what happened? In her dream, she saw that the tent was on fire. And she was praying namaz shab, the same image. But she can see a soldier coming from Najaf. From Najaf. She shouted, "If you want to harm us, we already harmed. Hey, Ya Faris, إذا أردت سلبنا فنحن مسلبات." Hey, Baba Zainab. If you want to take our stuff, already they took it. إذا أردت سبينا فنحن مسبيات. If you want to take us captive, we already captive. If you want to kill our men, they already killed. Please, if you're coming to harm us, I swear on you not to harm Zainab. You know who's my father? My father, Ali ibn Abi Talib. My brother is Hussain and Abbas and Hassan." But the soldier kept on coming. She couldn't see the face. Zainab was worried. She said, "There is nobody in those tents except orphans, except ladies who's crying and mourning their men, and a man who's sick, Zayn al-Abidin." She said, no, the soldier kept on coming towards her. She said, "Till I raised my head while I was sleeping, and I looked, I saw the soldier was Ali ibn Abi Talib. He came down from his horse." Zainab, when she saw her father, what did she do? She ran to him. "Aba ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, ضربوني, they hit me. Can you see my hips? Look, Ya Ali. Shimr took a stick of metal and he started whipping me, Ya Amir al-Mu'minin. Imam Ali cried, Gariyami Kuri. Imam Ali started crying. Always when Zainab cried, Imam Ali cries. She said, Ya Amir al-Mu'minin, رأيت الشمر على صدر الحسين أي Baba Amir al-Mu'min Baba Jun. I saw Shimr sitting on the chest of Abu Abdullah. I saw Shimr cutting the throat of Abu Abdullah, Ya Amir al-Mu'minin. He said, be patient, Ya Zainab, ihin lwujdik. And he prayed for her heart to can carry all these agonies. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, go look at Abbas. They didn't let me go even see Abbas. While she was sleeping, you know how they wake her up? Shimr came with a long stick and started whipping Zainab while she was praying, saying, hey Zainab, we want to move. The camels are here to move. This is what happened to Zainab, salamullah alayha. Wal-Fajr, وليال عشر, ده احتشر خدا قسم لي وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر. That means مسير السبا, sabaya when they moved. هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر? Is this swearing, does it have any effective things towards the person that have this smooth hearts? This surah is called Surah Al-Hussain. In Surah about Abduallah al-Hussain, Surah Fajr. Whom loves Hussain has to love this surah. Why? Look at the end of it. Ya ayyatuha an-nafsul mutma'inna. Allahu Akbar. If you look at Karbala, you can see Abu al-Fadl, one of the nafs al-mutma'inna, when he said, Ya nafs, min ba'd al-Hussain huni. 2 times Abu al-Fadl called him his soul and talked to himself. Ya nafs min ba'd al-Hussain huni. Hey Johnny man, as Hussain, ba'd is Hussain, no, you're nothing. Ya nafs min ba'd al-Hussain huni. Are we going to stay after you, Ya Abu Abdullah, and live this life? What kind of life without my ishq? Imagine your ishq is dead. All the companions of Hussain said, لا طيب الله العيشك بعدك يا Hussain. This life is nothing after the death of Abu Abdullah. We don't want this life. Especially Abbas. They said, Abbas said, this time, Ya nafs. And the last time he called his John, his nafs, he said, Ya nafsu la takhshay min al-kuffari. At that time what? The first time he came to grab the water, he was victorious. He reached the Euphrates to bring the water. But the second time, he didn't have hands. Ya Abul Fawz. They said the right hand was cut from the whole wrist, and the left hand was cut from those 5 fingers from here. Imagine. And 1 arrow in the eye. He called himself, he said, oh my soul, Johnny man, don't be afraid from the enemies of Allah. Be happy that you're going to meet Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is why even Abu al-Fadl is Muhammadi sallallahu ala Abu al-Fadl. This is from Ziyarat Abu al-Fadl. Ya ayyatuha an-nafs al-mutma'inna. Khuda calls the John. John مطمئن دقيقة. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي ما يعني اليوم إلى ربك راضية مرضية. Who's راضية مرضية? فاطمة زهراء سلام الله عليها. He called the John of Hussain to come towards who? Fatima al-Zahra. This is why Sayyid al-Zahra, the mother, was there. There's a hadith of Imam Sadiq, he said, imagine that Sayyid al-Zahra was looking at her son when they came to him to cut his throat. This is why Da'b al-Mahzar al-Imam al-Riza, Da'b al-Khuza'i, the poet, He said, أفاطم لو خلت الحسين مجدلا. Imam Reza started crying. He started hitting himself. Hey Fatim, if you can imagine. And he died thirsty. وقد مات عطشانا بشط فراتي إذا للطمت الخد فاطم عنده. Imagine the mother is looking. Fatima Zahra Salamullah alayha. This is in this ayah. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك. Come towards God. راضية مرضية. Towards your mother Fatima Zahra. فادخلي في عبادي. Everyone has a Jan Hussaini. نفس المطمئنة with a small equation means نفس الحسين. ادخلي في عبادي. Every worshipper should have the Jan of Hussain. نفس الحسين. The spirit of Hussain. وادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. That means what? Go to Behesht with Abu Abdullah to be the neighbor of Hussain. Imagine you see Abu Abdullah every day coming and going. When I recite those ayat, it's very heavy. I want to mention the last thing and I finalize. I'm not going to take long of your time. They said within Ashura, khutaba, muballighin, ulama, when they come to the minbar, they start preparing the topics. One say, first subject is Khuda, Ishq Khuda, love God. The second come and talk about namaz and prayer. One talks about this and that. But you know what's the easiest topic to talk about in Karbala? In Ashura? In all languages. Me as a professional speaking person for 20 years on the minbar. Dar khidmati in minbar Abu Abdullah Hussain alayhi salam. What's the easy topic to talk about? You ask yourself. It's not talking about Tawheed, no. If you talk about namaz, some people might start thinking, oh, I don't pray namaz all the time, okay. And they might daydream when I'm talking. The easiest thing to talk about is what? Is Abu Abdullah al-Hussain at the 10th of Muharram. Aghay ibn Nahyan, he said something beautiful last night, and I want to refer to. He said, I can feel every time when I talk about Imam Hussain in a topic like, in a place like this place, in Majlis al-Aza, you can feel, and this is narration from Imam Sadiq, that Imam Hussain grab you by the face and look at you. This is why you cannot daydream. It's like what? If you are studying in school, the teachers start talking in different topics. For example, in calculus, math, you don't understand. Imam Hussain is like that teacher. When he comes to the student, he grabs his face and he kisses his forehead and he said, Hey Aziz Imam, and he look at you. This is Imam Hussain in every majlis, Arabic, English, Urdu, Farsi. He comes and grab the face of every person and look at them. He said, Aziz Imam, you are coming to cry for me? You love me? You shed tears of love? You're ashiq? Don't worry about whatever hajat you have, I'm going to take care of it. You know why this alim said that? Imam Hussain, every time any person would ask him anything about aqa'id, tawheed, fiqh, he used to grab him by the face, kiss him in his forehead. Look how beautiful is Imam Hussain. We don't know anything about Hussain. Just 10th of Muharram he was killed. Look at the mercy, the beauty of Hussain, that he grabs your face, kiss you on your forehead, and he say, Azizina, Habibi, brother. This answer is so and so. Imagine that Abu Abdullah now is grabbing your head. Hey Abu Abdullah, don't lift your hands from our heads, Ya Hussain. Ya Abu Abdullah. They said Hussain was the most beautiful preacher when he used to teach Islam. The mother of Imam Zain al-Abidin is Sayyida Shah Banu. She was a princess. She was captive at the times of the second Caliph. When the war was between Persians and Arabs and Muslims, and they opened Persia, they captive the daughter of Kisra, and they brought her as a captive, Sabiya. Shah Banu. Second Caliph stood up, said, well, if you want to buy this lady, she is very valuable, she is the daughter of a king, so we want to sell her. Imam Ali was there, said, no, hey Omar, no, don't say that. This is not the right way to deal with princess. Amir al-Mu'minin went and said, Assalamu ala Amirat al-Furs. Peace be upon the princess of Persia. She said, peace be upon the prince of Arab. Amir al-Arab. The way he is acting, he's like an Amir, even if she doesn't know he's Amir or no. And you know Ali ibn Abi Talib was Amir, right? Was a prince. Amir al-Mu'minin. She says, Assalamu ala Amir al-Arab. He said, Ay Amira, we give you two choices. If you want to go back to your family and to your country, we can liberate you. Just in return of 10 POWs for Muslimin, because the value of a Muslim soul is very important. She said, and if I want to stay with you here, he said, you have to marry somebody from us. Look at this crowd and choose a person who's suitable for a princess to marry her. And she had tafarrus, you know what tafarrus, right? She can know from the face what merits this person have. She looked in the crowd for a while and she said, Ay Amir al-Mu'mineen, I choose this man. Imam Ali cried. You know why? He said, you choose my son Hussain. She said, I can tell he's generous, he's brave, he's smart, and he's worshipping God, and he has the most beautiful face. When I looked in his face, his ishq went into my heart. Ya Ali, can I marry him? He said, for sure. She said, because I looked at Hussein for one side, I bear witness there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is the messenger and Ali Waliullah. You know what's Hussein? How beautiful is Imam Hussein? So imagine this man, the princess of Persia, and this lady died when she gave birth to Imam Zain al-Abidin. Imam Zain al-Abidin was an orphan from his mother's side. She died and she's buried on top of the mountain in Tehran, in the place of Shah Banu. It's a very important place. When I went to visit there, I started crying from the bottom of the mountain till I reached the place, on the stairs. And whatever hajat you want, subhanallah. Anyway, so you know how beautiful is Hussein? Are you tired, or should I say one more story and we finalize? If you are tired, tell me. Okay, by louder salawat. Just to gain, the love of Abu Abdullah, just to feel we connect. You know what's the difference between those tears and any tears you have? This is the tears of Ashiq. It connects you to Hussein. This is why we love those tears. Assalamu ala al-baqeen. Khuda said, Sallallahu ala al-baqeen ala jaddi al-Hussein. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. That means Allah salute every crying person. So Imam Hussein, every time you ask him a question, this is the first merit, he grab your face and he talk to your face. So you cannot daydream. It's Mahzar Abu Abdullah. Every night of Muharram, especially 10th of Muharram, you are in Mahzar Abu Abdullah. He's there. So you feel shy. If you don't cry, you go home, you say, why I didn't cry? Something is wrong. This is one of the merits of Abu Abdullah. You know what the second? Imam Hussein used to respect every human. Once a boy came to him to say, Salamun alaykum, are you Imam Hussein? He stood up. And he shook his hand and kissed him in his forehead. An old man came where he was a beggar, to beg, homeless. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. He stood up fast. And he grabbed his hand and he kissed his forehead. A lady came to say Assalamu alayka. He stood up. He said Wa alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh, and looked at her face with a beautiful look. They said, Ya Aba Abdullah, you stood up for everybody, old, young, poor, rich, homeless, lady, man. He said, I like to respect humans. Allah gave me the order to respect everybody. So I stood up respecting all those people who respect the humans. Allah respect him. You know, like we have this way when you see anybody, you stand up and you shake the hand. This is from Hussain. So every time when you say Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah, don't say it while you're sitting. Stand up. You know why? Because Imam Hussain would stand up. This is Akhlaq al-Hussain. Hey Abu Abdullah. Imam Hussain, very generous. Even because of a dog, once 40 Jewish person embraced Islam. He saw a dog. Imam Hussain was sitting. A dog was thirsty. Imagine. Imam Hussain has water. He had that mercy, that heart. Because he's the son of Rasulullah, rahmatan lil alameen, for all beings. He came to that dog and he gave him water and food. The owner said, don't. I want to punish him. He was wrong. So 2 sheep left. Imam Hussain, he said, have mercy. He said, no. Imam Hussain said, how much is the cost of those 2 sheep? He said, 10 dinars of gold. Imam Hussain took 20, gave him. He said, well, he didn't guard the land. Imam Hussain said, we'll buy the land. So he bought the land. He said, I want to ask you, why did you do all that? He said, because of mercy on this dog. You are not just to this dog. And this dog is a soul, is a spirit. And I am mercy on mankind and humans. The guy started crying, said, who teach you that? He said, my grandfather Muhammad, and Allah teach Muhammad. You see how big it is, Hazan? But through the Ashura, what happened? You know, when Shimr went on top of the chest of Abu Abdullah, Imam Hussain said, hey Shimr, look on my eyes. Imam Hussain wanted to raise his hands to grab his face, but he couldn't. His finger was cut. All the blood came out. Imam Hussain, imagine, he had a pearl in his heart. The blood started coming from his heart. And they put one of those, they put their sword within his throat. He had even sahmun fi famih in here. He cannot talk. He said, Shimr, look at me, who am I? But Shimr turned him backsides, upside down, and sit on his back, not to look at his beautiful face. The Abu Abdullah. And he started cutting the back of the neck of Abu Abdullah. They said Abu Abdullah was enchanting. He said, Allahumma muta'ali al-makan, عظيم الجبروت, احكم بيننا وبين قوم قتلونا وعدوا علينا يقاتلونا صبرا على قضائك يا رب لا رب لي سواك. Imagine every vein Shimr cuts. Imam Hussain said, لا رب لي سواك لا إله لي غيرك يا إله العالمين. Till Shimr cut the whole head up and put it in a long stick. They said Lady Zainab was on the floor, on the ground, fainted. She opened her eyes and she saw the head of her brother on top of the spear. She came towards the body. She said, Ay Umar ibn Sa'd, I want to kiss my brother Hussain. Where should I kiss him? Where? He said she came closer to the open throat. She put her mouth on there. She said, Ya Habibi, Ya Hussain, Ay John man Abu Abdullah. هي عزيزي من أبو عبد الله منم زينب أنا زينب. But Hussain couldn't answer. She looked at his body where they cut his chest, and she said, Ya Rasulullah, ay Payyambar. She said, Ya Jaddana Ob. That means Rasulullah was present. Ya Jaddana Salla alayka Maliku Sama. Hada Husainuka fil Ara. This is your grandson on the ground. مقطع الأوداج, his hands was cut, his chest was broken, and he is without a head. The blood is coming from all those pains. يا رسول الله وأصبحت بناتك سبايا. فبكى لها قلب الرسول. Prophet Muhammad, Salama, she saw him in the dream that night. She saw Rasulullah hitting his head, crying. She said, Ya Rasulullah, what happened? He said, I just came from Karbala. I was there when Shamar cut the head of Abu Abdullah. Ya Rasulullah. But what's the situation of Sayyid al-Zahra? Hey Fatima Zahra. She said, Ya Abni, Ya Waladi, oh my son Hussain, they cut your head, Ya Habibi. They cut you. Oh my beloved one Hussain. What's that way when Rasulullah looked at Zainab, when Shimr just kicked her and hit her with a stick? Oh Ya Rasulullah. Oh, if she was saying, I am your mother, Mani Ummak, Ya Hussain. أنا أمك يا حسين. أنا أمك يا حسين. رد علي أنا زينب. رد علي أنا زينب. رد علي أنا زينب. رد علي. She said, oh Hussein, answer my call. Answer me. I am Zainab. Oh Hussein, answer me. Oh Hussein of Karbala, answer me. Oh Hussein of Karbala. All of us are missing the ziyarah, so we want to all be registered in the book of Abu Abdullah. سجل اسمي أنا زاير للحسين. سجل اسمي أنا زاير للحسين. سجل اسمي أنا زاير للحسين. يا حبيبي جانمان، يا حبيبي كربلاء مشتاق أزور. يا حبيبي بالضريح أبكي ودور. يا حبيبي سجل اسمي بالحضور. وسيعلم الذين ظلموا آل محمد أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. لأرواح موتى المؤمنين والمؤمنات ثواب ما قرأناه وثواب المباركة الفاتحة مشروعة بركة الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.